It is Graham here, living the dream in February 2023, and I'm standing outside the reception, or should I call it the lobby area, of the Hotel Pocillos Playa. Easy for me to say. Playa? Maybe in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. But anyway, I'm standing outside the Pocillos Playa, which is an adults-only, all-inclusive resort in Puerto del Carmen in Lanzarote. If you've been watching this mini-series so far, you know that Fiona and I are lazing in Lanzarote right now in February 2023, escaping the winter of Scotland and replacing it for the sunshine, as you can see here this afternoon, of Lanzarote. And as you can see from the introduction card, I'm going to take you on a tour of this little resort, including our room. Hi, I'm Graham, and this is my wife Fiona, and we have always had a work hard, play hard philosophy. From London to New York, and of course the Caribbean, we live our dream through travel. And of course, the odd cocktail. And here on YouTube, we create our memories while living our dream. So come and join us as we share our memories with you. When you arrive at the Pocillos Playa off your transport from the airport, you enter a very clean and spacious hotel lobby area. The friendly reception team will check your passports against your booking, issue you room keys, and explain how to access the Wi-Fi. And after that, you will be directed to your room. There is no concierge or bellhop, so you'll be expected to take your own cases to your room. But before I continue with this resort tour, I want to cover the elephant in the room, because Jet2 have rated this hotel 4-star. Guys, this hotel is not 4-star, I can assure you. And I want to be clear, because I'm not criticizing the hotel in any way. Those of you who watch this channel on a regular basis will know that I love the Premier Inn hotel brand. It is very clean, it is very comfortable, the food is excellent, but it's not 4-star, and neither is the Pocillos Playa. But based on the price that Fiona and I paid for this in February 2023, it absolutely fully met our expectations, and we were both very happy with it. Anyway, moving back to this reception area, the lobby of the Pocillos Playa. As you can see, there were these comfy settees dotted around, and this is where you tended to find guests lounging in the evening, quite close to the all-inclusive bar. And for those guests who like to smoke, there was a sitting area for them, with access to fresh air. The hotel bar was probably one of the most basic I've come across in a hotel ever. But again, guys, I'm not criticising it in any way, because the beer was cold, the gin and tonics were gorgeous, and Fiona was very happy with the sangria and wine. And most nights around 9:30 p.m, this area in the hotel is where you would find the evening's entertainment. Fiona and I only took part in the evening entertainment once, and that was on the Monday night. And that was a movie quiz, which we came joint first in. And I think Fiona was very pleased with their bottle of champagne. The entertainment team at this hotel worked very hard to get all of the guests involved, or as many guests as they could involved. But it was a shame that very few guests attended these evenings. But I do think, guys, that it was simply down to the age demographic staying in this hotel at this time of year. I think there was also a games room with pool and table tennis, but to be honest, guys, I never found it. And when we were here in February 2023, the Six Nations rugby tournament was on, and all of the games were available in this communal area on the big TV screen. Okay, let's quickly talk about dining at the hotel. There were sandwiches and cold snacks available all day at the bar when it opened around 11 a.m. in the morning through to 11 p.m. at night. At 5 o'clock each evening, hot snacks were added to the bar area, and these consisted of French fries, pizza bites, sausage rolls, burgers, etc. Again, all pretty good. But if you want to go to the restaurant for breakfast, lunch or dinner, you walk past the reception and down the stairs into the basement of the hotel. And I filmed this piece on Sunday morning on the first full day of our stay here at the Pocillos Playa. As we take you downstairs to the buffet restaurant, I want to be absolutely clear that Fiona and I did not eat here once during our stay in the evening. We did eat breakfast every day, and we had lunch most days except one. And again, I'm not being negative towards this buffet restaurant at all. By design, Fiona and I much prefer to go out at night and choose different restaurants and be served, so buffet restaurants at night just aren't our thing. The lunchtime menu was also pretty good, and the food was very nice, but it was pretty well the same thing every day at lunchtime, and it did get a little bit boring. And I think it was the Wednesday of our 5-night stay here at the Pico Playa that I fancied a burger for lunch, so Fiona and I took a walk out. But for breakfast, it was pretty good. In fact, I would go as far to say it was excellent. And the quality and choice was very similar to what you would find in a Premier Inn back here in the UK. And as a result, I would go as far to say that they were catering more for the British tourist at this hotel, including the obligatory hotel toaster that required about 3 passes to get your bread even slightly toasted, while trying to avoid setting the hotel on fire. So again, guys, from a restaurant point of view, this hotel was absolutely fine. It was what Fiona and I expected, so our expectations were fully met. But leaving the hotel reception behind us, we're now heading for our room, which was number 125, which was a poolside room. And while I do believe that all of the rooms at the Pico Playa are all pretty similar, Fiona and I paid a little bit extra for this room because we wanted a pool view room. And in fact, in the end, we got a walkout room, and those of you who watch the channel on a regular basis know that Fiona and I love walkout rooms. Yep, guys, you're right. At our age, we like easy access to our own bathroom. Of course, as close to the pool as possible. And you'll be glad to hear, guys, that the room key is an RFID key and not one of those stupid magnetic strip keys that is a hangover from the 1970s that you all know that I hate from the various sandals resorts that we've stayed at in the Caribbean. Okay, guys, welcome to room 125 here at the Hotel Pico Playa in Puerto del Carmen in Lanzarote. I did pay a little bit extra for this room, and the only reason I paid the extra, and I think it was only about £100 and something for the week, was because it is right next to the pool. On the jet2.com website, when you book this hotel, you get the choice to upgrade to a poolside room, and that's exactly what Fiona and I did. And you know, guys, it's absolutely worth it. We literally just fall out of this room and we're in the pool. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the room itself. You know, it is very basic, it's very functional, and as you can see here, first of all, as you walk into the room, we have a table and a little settee, which does convert into a bed if there's more than the two of you here. And behind me here, we've got a little desk. There is a mini bar. The fridge doesn't work in this room, or we haven't worked out how to turn it on yet. And there's a TV, and as usual with our rooms, the TV has never been on yet, guys. We don't watch TV when we're on holiday. And then over here, very typical of Spanish and European resorts, they are 2 single beds pushed together. Fiona and I have been married for 21 years this year, so it's no big deal to us at the end of the day. They're very comfortable beds. I say it is a basic room, but really comfortable. There is air conditioning in the room behind us, so it keeps the room at a really nice temperature. Bedside cabinets. The one thing you'll notice as well next to the telephone here is on each side of the bed, and you've got your own personal lamps, but there's also 2 European sockets. So again, I've got my laptop plugged into one, I've got a USB 4-way plugged into the other, so plenty of power sockets, which is something that the Caribbean resorts could do something about. There's never enough power sockets when we go to Sandals, but here there is plenty. Okay, so in here, the wardrobe, you'll have to excuse the mess. There is a little safe here. The safe is, again, typical of Spanish resorts. You do have to pay for it. It works out being about €1 a day rental, but you get, I think, the €10 back at the end. So it doesn't actually end up costing you that much. It's not a great size safe. It doesn't hold my laptop. It does hold the Kindle. It holds our phones, our wallets, our keys, etc. And definitely my iPad fits in it, but absolutely no way you're going to put anything much bigger than that. There is a window here out into a corridor. It's yeah, nothing exciting. We just keep it closed all the time. So that's the room, guys. It is pretty basic, but fairly functional. We didn't expect anything more from this resort, to be quite honest. We knew it was going to be cheap and cheerful. All we were interested in is a comfortable room that was functional and met our requirements, and it's pretty well done that. Let's now go and have a look at the bathroom. Right, to get to the bathroom, there's just this little dressing area, sitting area, there's a little desk. Except that's one thing I do want to say, the Wi-Fi in the hotel, While it's pretty good when you can get it, I cannot get Wi-Fi in the room at all. So when I've been working in the mornings, I've had to go outside and sit at the table on the little patio area where I do get Wi-Fi, and at that point, you know, it's not too bad. But it is pretty frustrating that you can't get Wi-Fi in the room. We would have liked to have come back 1 or 2 nights and watched some Netflix, but we've not been able to. We could, of course, download something if we were that organised and then watch it offline, but we're not that organised. So the Wi-Fi is a problem. But remember, here in Europe, I have got a pan-European roaming agreement on my phone. We're getting plenty of 4G signal, and you get it here in the room. So again, there's no issue getting emails, checking your Facebook, etc., etc. Just don't expect to be doing too much on it on 4G, but it does work on 4G in the room. But one criticism, and practically probably the only criticism I really have of this hotel, is the Wi-Fi in the room is non-existent. Right, let's go have a look at the bathroom. Hello. Which we enter. Again, pretty basic. You've got a sink here, and I can see the LED lights are going to cause some flickering, but I'm sorry, there's nothing to do with it. There's a bath with a shower. Again, plenty of pressure. It's warm. We've never had any issue getting hot water. And then down here you have the toilet. Again, it's not a massive affair, guys, but again, pretty functional. I keep saying we didn't expect much coming to this resort. It was a fairly cheap holiday for us for these 5 nights with Jet2. And what else did we expect? We've got everything that we expected, and actually we're really pleased with what we did get. So that's the bathroom of our room, which is 125 next to the pool in the Hotel Pocillos Playa in Puerto del Carmen here in Lanzarote. And to demonstrate how close our room was to the area around the pool where Fiona and I relaxed during the day, let's leave room 125 and see if we can go and find Fiona. And to provide you with a slightly different perspective from this pool at the Hotel Pocillos Playa, let's come from a slightly different direction. Reliably informed that when we visited this hotel during February 2023, the pool was heated. However, it did feel pretty cold to me, and Fiona and I didn't venture into the pool during our stay. So this is a fairly small resort, guys. There only is one pool, and if you book this hotel with Jet2 Holidays, you can pay a little bit extra to book one of these rooms right next to the swimming pool. But I do want to take you on a walk down to the back of the resort and show you where the other rooms are. And as you can see, all of these rooms mirror the rooms just like the ones beside the swimming pool, separated from the quiet residential street by a 6-foot wall and this rather ornate little footpath. And the other thing that you will notice about this boutique, did I call it boutique? Anyway, small resort, is it's only 2 stories. And I'm not sure if this is a thing in Lanzarote or not. Maybe the planning conditions require buildings to be kept to no more than 2 stories. Either way, guys, it's pretty nice. And if you want to relax away from the hustle and bustle of the swimming pool, this is an ideal location at the bottom of the resort. And interestingly, it is also where you'll find the hotel spa. I'm going to bring this resort and room tour to a close by taking you on a walk through the residential streets from the beach, which is less than 5 minutes walk from the hotel itself. And this is the resort from the other side of the wall, where there are at least 2 gates where you can use your room key to securely access the resort without having to walk through reception. And that's it, guys. That was my resort and room tour from the Hotel Pocillos Playa in Lanzarote when Fiona and I visited it in February 2023. It's a perfect little hotel for a short stay in Lanzarote. And as I said at the beginning of this video, Jet2 have it down as a 4-star hotel. It is definitely not a 4-star hotel, guys. But because Fiona and I weren't expecting it to be anything more than it was, fully met our expectations for our Lazing in Lanzarote break in February 2023. And the next video coming up on the channel will be our Lazing in Lanzarote vacation diary from a trip to, yes, Lanzarote in February 2023. So you know what to do, guys, if you want to continue to follow Fiona and I. Yep, Lazing in Lanzarote. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to be notified when the next video is published. Thank you so much for watching.